Hello my lovely people, this is a very special video for me. It's a Christmas/New Year special, and on top of that, a collaboration with 7 other text tubers. With Nerdy Nakoma Cody Java Hayatos Smirk Piklkos Rebread _15 Kawa Babe Kunamize Blep. Please go check their channels out. We all choose a word and put them on a list. We all had to let us be inspired by them and make our own stories. The words, volatile, apricity, sledding, halcyon, allegiance, glow, deceit. Loving someone who has as many friends as Hinata Shoyo can be exhausting. Especially if you are the jealous type like Tsukihina. But what made it especially difficult was Shoyo's unwillingness to make his relationship public. Tsukihina was very understanding and tried to support his boyfriend as much as he could. He understood that it wasn't easy to come out, but sometimes he just wanted to show that the ginger-haired boy was his. Sometimes it was just too much for him. There was only one person besides their parents who knew about their relationship, and that was Yamaguchi, his best friend, since middle school. He was particularly jealous of Kageyama Tobio, Shoyo's best friend. He knew he shouldn't have worried, but he still didn't like the fact that the two were so close. But what him upset the most was that he couldn't help but be jealous, because he saw how wholeheartedly Hinata trusted him. Tsuki, they're just friends. You should stop staring at them like that. Otherwise, someone will notice that you're more than just friends. I don't care. I would prefer it if everyone knew. I wish I could hug and kiss him whenever I want. I know, but Hinata won't. He will be mad if you out him. You know he isn't ready. He needs more time. Shut up. I know. But do they have to cling to each other like that? They are sledding. If Shoyo does not hold on to him, he falls down. The Karasuno team decided to go sledding together. They spent the whole Saturday together with their friends outside in the snow. Kei had fun, too, even if he didn't want to show it. But Shoyo, who knew him best, knew that he was having fun. I just wish sometimes that he wouldn't be that afraid to tell them. I mean, they wouldn't treat him any differently. We know that. But you know how mad his father was? He is just afraid that they will react like that. I know. I'm just jealous. He watched as Shoyo and Kageyama walked up the slope together. The closer they got, the better he could see Shoyo's smile. Kageyama shoved the smaller one, which immediately fell into a pile of snow. He threw a snowball right into Kageyama's face, which secretly pleased Kei and made him laugh. The warm sunlight of the cold winter evening hit the skin of his beloved. Kei smiled at the beautiful scene. He loved the middle blocker. But his jealousy took over again when Shoyo grabbed Kageyama by the arm and pulled him into the snow. The setter landed on the red-haired man. Kei could not stand it any longer. He turned around. I will go for a walk. I will meet you guys later. Tsuki? Come on, don't be like that. They just have fun. I know, Yama. I trust him. I just can't watch it. Then let's go and join Shuga-san and Daiichi-san. Yams, I want to be alone for a moment. If Sho looks for me, tell him I just needed some time alone. Fine, just don't be gone for too long. Kei looked over at his lover one last time before turning and walking away. His problem wasn't that he didn't trust Shoyo but that he was betrayed by his first girlfriend. He knew Shoyo would never do that to him, but seeing how close he was with Kageyama brought back bad memories. He walked on a forest path for a few minutes until he came to a clearing. He sat down in the snow and let his thoughts run free. He was torn from his thoughts when he heard the call of his beloved. Kei? Kei, where are you? Sho? Kei? Is that you? Where are you? Tsukihina jumped up and rushed in the direction from where he heard Hinata. When the smaller one could finally see him, He quickly ran towards him and jumped into Tsukishima's arms. "Kei, why did you just leave? I was looking for you everywhere. At one moment, you were standing there watching me, and the next moment, you were gone. Calm down, Sho. I'm alright. I just needed some time. I was worried. Are you mad at me? Why didn't you tell me where you were going?" "I'm not mad. It's just that I wish I could tell the king to stay away from you." "Kei, don't call him that. He hates that name. Baby, you know I love you and not him. He is my best friend, of course we are close. But you know I get jealous when he clings to you. Can't you tell him to back off?" "Kei, don't be like that. You can trust me. And I know he doesn't love me. He has a crush on someone already. But Kei, don't you think we should get back? It's getting dark." Tsukishima looked up at the sky and saw how dark it got. It even got darker because it had clouds in the sky. It was beginning to snow, and it didn't seem as if it would stop soon. The weather wasn't always as clear as it seems. Sometimes it can be deceptive, like time. At one moment, it was sunny and bright, and in the next moment, everything changed. They were lucky that it wasn't common to get stormy where they were. "Yet, I think we should get back as soon as possible before it gets too dark. We don't want to get stuck in the snow when it's dark." The tall blonde grabbed his partner by the hand and pulled him along as quickly as possible. He walked as fast as he dared in the direction in which he suspected the others to be. But when they came out of the forest, he realized that they went too much up the hill and were far away from where they should be. They could see less and late, because it got darker by the minute. "Kei, where are we? That's not the cabin we are staying?" "I'm not sure. I think we should find shelter over there. Is that cabin? It's too dangerous to walk down the hill when it's dark, and I don't know how long it will take to get to the others." The two walked through the snow as quickly as they could. When they reached the cabin, it was fortunately not locked. They went inside and made themselves a fire in the fireplace. They found out that it was an unmanned cabin for skiers and sledders who needed a break. Tsukishima told the others not to worry, that Hinata and he were safe, but got lost and took shelter in a cabin. "Kei, I'm so cold. Come sit next to me, and I can warm you up." The couple sat in each other's arms for quite a while. Tsukishima was glad that his boyfriend was with him. He was worried because he could see that the older boy wanted to say something, but he clearly didn't know how. "Sho, what's wrong? Are you mad at me? Because I didn't tell you I was going for a walk?" "No, Kei, I'm not mad because of that." "Then why? What did I do that you didn't trust me? You know that I love you." Tsukishima pulled his partner closer. "Sho, it's not that I don't trust you, or I wouldn't have left you two alone. It's just that I'm afraid that my past will repeat itself. I know you're not like Kiro, but when he cheated on me, he hurt me, and now I'm afraid of being hurt again. I won't hurt you, Kei. I love you so much. You are not the only one who is afraid. I want to enjoy my time with you, but I'm scared of what others may say about us. I'm scared that you will change your mind and leave me." Tears ran down Hinata's cheeks. Tsukishima was his first love. His parents accepted the two in the meantime, but his father had big problems with his son being gay. Since then, the orange-haired man was very afraid of being hated just because he was attracted to men. "I will never leave you. I love you too much to let you go. I love every moment with you. Time goes by way too fast when we are together. The time with you is fleeting. It goes by so quickly that if I'm not careful, it's over before I could even enjoy it. But Kei, why are you so jealous of Tobio? We are just friends. I see him more like a brother. He can hug you, laugh with you, and call you Shoyo when others are around. while I can only watch you from afar, always having to make sure I don't call you sho, baby, or darling, and I can't pull you into my arms when you're sad. Sometimes I feel." Tsukishima interrupted himself when he realized what he was about to say. He did not want to hurt his beloved, but Hinata already looked hurt. He pulled his smaller partner closer to him but was pushed away. Hinata stood up and turned to Tsukishima with tears in his eyes. "How do you feel?" "I didn't. Say it. I want to know. And don't even try to lie. Sometimes, I feel like I'm not the one you're in a relationship with. I know you don't love him, but I just wish we could at least be friends. I respect that you're not ready to come out. I just hate that everyone thinks that we hate each other. I wish I could look at you proudly when you make your freak attacks and show you how proud I am of you. But I understand that you are scared and not ready to tell the team that we are together." These words made Hinata cry even harder. Tsukishima jumped up and pulled him into his arms. They remained in each other's arms for quite a while until they both calmed down again. "I never meant to make you feel like that. Want to protect us? I think I'm okay if we tell the team. You know I want all those things too. I'm just afraid of it. And if it makes you feel better, I will tell Kageyama to back off a little." "No, Sho, that's not what I meant. You don't have to go back and call him Kageyama, he is your best friend. I know I can trust you, and I know if you ever would fall for someone else, you would tell me. I know you're too honest to cheat, and we can tell the team only if you really are ready for it. But can we at least tell Kageyama? I don't want your best friend to hate me." Hinata smiled gently and nodded. He stood on his toes and gave the blonde a kiss on the lips. Tsukishima returned the kiss without a second's hesitation. The two sat down closer to the fire again to keep warm. "We can tell the team when we see them again? I mean, they won't hate us, right?" "No, of course not. I mean, Shuga-san and Daiichi-san are dating, right? And I think Noya-san and Asahi-san are a thing too?" "I think so. At least I cashed them making out in the club room." "Oh, I want to make out on the club room too." "Okay, Sho, we can do that in the new year." Tsukishima looked out of the small window next to the door. Unfortunately, it was still snowing. He hoped it would stop soon. He didn't want to get snowed in. He looked at his phone to see if Yamaguchi or one of the others responded to his message. They did and told them where they should meet up in the morning. He also had a text from his best friend who told him to talk it out with Hinata. Some time passed, and the two simply cuddled together and talked about anything. They realized only when the phones of the two rang again that it was already midnight, which meant that it was already the new year. "Happy New Year, Sho. I wish us all the best. Happy New Year, baby. I love you so much. I almost forgot. Sho, don't shout and kiss me." Tsukishima pulled his energetic partner to him and gave him a loving kiss. The shorter one wrapped his arms around him and pulled himself as close as he could to the blonde. Tsukishima grabbed him by the thighs and lifted him up. Hinata immediately wrapped his legs around his partner's waist. "That may be our first new year as lovers, but I will make sure that we will have many more. I have something for you. When I saw it, I thought you might like it. But if you don't have to keep it. You can throw it out. Sho, calm down. I will love it because it's a gift from you." Hinata went to his jacket and took a small boy from the pocket. He sat down again and put the small box in Tsukishima's hands. The blonde looked at it briefly before slowly opening it. A necklace with a sun as a pendant came out. Tsukishima visibly enjoyed it. He put it on right away. He gave his partner a kiss. Hinata closed his eyes. He opened them again only when he felt that his partner also put something in his hand. What is that? Open it and find it out. Hinata opened it, and his eyes immediately began to shine. It was a matching necklace like the one he had bought. The only difference was that instead of a sun, there was a moon as a pendant. I love it. It matches the one I gave you. They kissed again and lay down together on the floor. They cuddled each other until they fell asleep. Both felt safe even though they were in the middle of nowhere. Just the warmth of the other comforted the other. When the sun rose, they went outside. Together, they went back to the others. The sun was already shining warmly. If there's one thing you can always count on, it's that warmth will follow cold. The two enjoyed the peace and quiet that a warm winter morning brought. The sky was clear, as were the misunderstandings the two were able to clear up. Hinata lost his fear a little to come out, and Tsukishima's jealousy became more volatile. When they were close to where they were supposed to meet up with the others again, Tsukishima let go of his partner's hand and dropped back a little. He didn't want to push Hinata to tell the others. He also wasn't sure when his boyfriend was going to tell the others or if he was just going to tell Kageyama. His worries evaporated very quickly when Hinata took his hand in his again. The tall blonde smiled at the other. I'm ready to tell them. I love you so much and I want to spend my whole life with you, so it doesn't matter if we tell them now or later. I know my feelings for you aren't fleeting. Mine, neither. I never felt as good as when I'm with you. Shoyo? Are you alright? You dumbass, you shouldn't walk around when it gets dark. Why are you two holding hands? What do you think, King? Hinata lightly slapped Tsukishima on the shoulder with his free hand. Stop calling him that? Tobio, we are dating. Can you two at least try to get along? Both of you are important to me, and I don't want to stand in the middle. Tsukishima leaned down and kissed Hinata's orange hair lightly. Fine, I will try for you. Soft Tsukishima. Tobio, please. I really love him, and I hate that both of you fight all the time. Fine, I will try. But Tsukishima, if you hurt him, you're dead meat. Understood? Tsukishima smiled lightly at the protective words of his lover's best friend. He looked down to Hinata and then back to Kageyama. You don't have to worry about that. I love Sho with all my heart, and I will never hurt him. Meeting him was the best thing that happened to me. Hinata was so happy and relieved to hear those words and that the two would try to get along with each other that tears came to his eyes. Tsukishima hugged the slightly older boy and kissed his head. Hinata immediately hugged back and buried his head in Tsukishima's chest. Ho, what is going on here? Are you two dating or what? The others of the team came closer and looked at the couple with wonder. Hinata detached himself from the arms of his partner and stood next to Tsukishima. The astonished faces of his friends made Hinata nervous. The blonde grabbed his partner's hand and pulled him a little closer. Yeah. It's okay, Sho. They are just surprised like I was. They don't think differently just because you're gay. Hinata, you know most of us are gay too, right? He is still afraid of coming out. It wasn't easy for us when we started dating. You don't hate me, right? Hinata, we will never hate you, just because you're gay. You're still the same person as before. Can you tell us why you're so afraid of coming out? We might be able to help you. Hinata clung to his partner to calm down a bit. The blonde middle blocker immediately noticed how tense his beloved was. You don't have to tell them if you're not ready, or if you want I can tell them. No, it's alright. When I came out to my parents it didn't go that well. My mother accepted it by now, but my father didn't speak to me for 3 months, and even though we speak again, he refuses to meet Kei Shoyo. He just needs more time. I know how you feel, Hinata. My mother left us after I came out. I still hope she will come back, but I'm glad that at least my father supports me. But even though I lost my mom, I gained so much more. I have a partner and friends that love me, and sometimes that's all you need. Thank you, Daiichi-san. I will keep that in mind. Sugawara went to Hinata and pulled him into his arms. This gesture made Hinata calm down and gave him peace. At least he had friends who supported him. Hinata was wrong about his father. He thought he would always love him no matter what he did, but he was wrong. He was disappointed by his father when he ignored him just because he was attracted to men. That's why it was even more important for the young middle blocker not to be disappointed by his team. But now let us celebrate the new year and enjoy the sunny day. Let's go and have fun. The team spent a few more hours together. When everyone went home, the four youngest decided to watch a movie together. Tsukihina would have preferred to be alone with Hinata, but knowing that Yamaguchi was in love with Kageyama, he agreed to go. Hinata was also a reason, of course, since he couldn't refuse his beloved's wish. Weeks passed, and the winter was followed by spring. The cold passed, and was only a fleeting feeling as the warmth spread in the air. As the winter passed, so did the school year. The four became better friends the more time they spent together. Tsukihina and Kageyama still argued often, but by now, it was more part of their friendship than arguing because they didn't like each other. Tsukihina also learned to trust again. His jealousy of Kageyama and Hinata disappeared more and disappeared completely when Yamaguchi and the setter started dating. That was the end of my part of the collaboration. Make sure you watch the others as well. Kawa Babe was sadly not able to participate in the collaboration. I hope you enjoyed my two special stories. I have something else planned, but I don't know exactly when I will be ready to finish it because it is a very big job. But since I have longer than I expected, it might be ready in the middle or end of January. What do you think it is? Write it in the comments. Those who guess correctly will get a shout out in my next video. I have an Instagram account where I will make updates and where I will upload smut scenes. Omis_Itsa99. Join my Discord server. I'm occasionally in the voice channel. If I am in the voice channel, I will announce it on Insta. Link is in the description. I apologize for the grammatical errors. Write me a comment how you liked the story. Don't forget to follow. If someone wants a video, please let me know it. I will try to write your ideas as best as possible.